Hey everybody, welcome to the Creativity Cave. I have a great project to share with you today. It's super fun and easy and a great birthday card for anybody on your list. It's very simple to make, so let me show you how I did it. I'm going to start with a color combination that I really like, Tempting Turquoise, which is a color I rarely bring out, Tangerine Tango, and Crushed Curry. And this is a color, these are colors that I just never use together, so I really am excited about this because I find I often can get stuck in a rut of color. Now, when I use my ink, I'm actually going to watercolor with them, so I squeeze the lid to the pad and then I get all this great color in the lid that I can use for my stamping, or watercoloring, I guess I should say. And I'm going to use some watercolor paper and my aqua painters to do this card. So to do that, I'm just going to take my watercolor, or my aqua painter, pardon me, and this is my watercolor paper. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And to start, I'm just going to water it down. I really am getting it good and wet. And the reason I do that, actually this got a little crazy, but the reason I do that is so that the water will really kind of just blend together and look great. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, and you just kind of dab that on and let it mix around in that water. I really want it to be nice and bright, so I'm going to add plenty of color, making sure that I mix it around. Then to change color, I just have a little, actually this is an old burp rag from when my kids were little. I'm just going to wipe it off and pick up my next color, which is the Tangerine Tango. And these colors are nice and vibrant, and I really like it that way. If you're finding your colors aren't as dark as you want, give that ink pad another squeeze, or you can even put a drip of re-inker in your pad or in the lid. I encourage you not to do too much because they can drip out if you're not careful. So this looks fantastic. Clean my brush off, and to do that I squeeze a little water through, but then do you see it's nice and clean? It's a little stained because I've used it on black ink before, but it looks good. And I'm going to pick up lots of that turquoise, Tempting Turquoise, and put it on here. Now I'm being a little careful around the sort of the border between the colors, and the reason is because I don't know that turquoise and orange are going to make a really pretty color together. You know, just saying. So there we have it. Now I'm going to set this aside to dry, and I think it's going to be really cute. I love the bright, happy colors on it. Then I'm going to come back to my card and fold this. This is Tangerine Tango that I have for my card, and I've got some black to do a layer, which will be nice. And then I'm going to prepare some stars that you can see I did in the background with some glimmer paper. So I knew I wanted stars on here right away, but I also knew I didn't want to cover up all my color. So I picked a vellum star. So I'm using my stars framelit, and I cut one in vellum. Then I cut the two stars, these are the two smallest stars in the framelit set together. And when I do that, I get this outline star as well as the center star. And then I want a couple more, so I'm going to take my star punch. This is from Itty Bitty Accents on the discontinued list. Make sure you get it before it's gone. I'm going to punch 3 of those. I think, yes, I had 3 on here. And what I love about this paper is that of course, it's a little spendy per sheet, but because you can get so much out when you use punches, you can literally cover every bit of this paper. So I never throw scraps away until it's literally gone. Then I also die cut my word. And you know what? I can see that did not quite die cut all the way through, so I'm going to run this through again. Now, the best way to do that is to take the die and line it back up. Let me show you. So if you feel the die, and you know, I ran all of these things through at once, and that was probably my mistake. I should have run this through separate. But I can just kind of get this, it's kind of stuck into the place where it was before, you know, it just sort of fit in there. I'm going to run it through again. I'll be right back. Okay, so when I did that, it went through famously. It looks, yep, it's fantastic. Love it. I love that you can just line that back up and run it through again. I didn't have to waste my paper, which is so nice. I did use the precision base plate for this, and I think that helps cut, these intricate words, as well as like our Rose Wonder or our Butterfly. And the new catalog is coming, and oh my gosh, you won't even believe all the fabulous framelits that are in there. They're so awesome. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. My order is coming together scarily expensively. My list is long. Okay. I just had to clean up a little. I have sort of a mess going. All right. So is my happy. And I do have a few little extra thingies since I did run it through twice, but it looks fantastic. Now, let's see how we're doing here. Not quite dry all the way, and I want it to be dry, but look, they kind of feathered together, so the border does look pretty good. I'm going to dry this with my heat gun just to speed up that process a little bit. Because you really don't want to adhere this or adhere anything to it unless it's good and dry. Now, I'm going to take some fast fuse and adhere this to my black layer. I love lining things with black because I think it really helps pop out whatever it is you're doing. And especially here, because my words are in black, I think it just makes it stand out all the more and look fantastic. Now, this is a nice skinny layer that I'm attaching. And so I want to make sure that I get it on here nicely. And I'm going to put my happy kind of right in the middle, but I want to put my star in the middle as well. So because my star is made out of vellum, and you can see through vellum, which is challenging, I'm going to adhere my happy to the vellum and then adhere the star to my card. So to do that, I am going to use my multi-purpose glue. And I will do the APP with glue, and just a little bit will do great. I find I use glue a lot to adhere cards, especially in my classes. And I find whenever somebody is struggling with getting glue all over themselves, it's because they're using too much. And that is a good indication that you need to back off the glue a little bit. So I've got this on here, and then I'm going to turn it over, and of course it's going to dry nice and clear, which I love. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just adhere some glue behind these letters, and then it won't show through just the same. So how's that for a cool tip? Okay, so we've got happy. I'm going to move that over slightly. Okay, I can feel I have a little glue in my fingers, but oh my gosh. So today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And my sweet husband and children took me out to breakfast at the Village Inn. And it's like Perkins, if you have never been to a place like that. It's so good for breakfast. But there's this sweet little boy, maybe 6, 8 months. Well, he had to have been at least 8 or 9 months old. Super cute, sitting next to us. And he was eating pancakes with syrup. And let me just tell you, that kid was covered in syrup by the end. I could not believe how much was like in his hair, because, he was touching everything, and And I thought, that mom is just so sweet. And I think I really don't miss those days. So if you have a little one, the kind of child that gets syrup all over themselves when they eat, God bless you. I loved having babies at the time. It was exhausting, but oh, I'm so thankful they can feed themselves and bathe themselves and all of that. It's just so much easier. Okay, so you can see I put some of the edge pieces of my, the edges on your, what are these called? Dimensionals. I put some of those edge pieces on my star so that I can place my star onto my card popped up, because I think it looks good. And then I'm going to take a little glue dot to adhere these little ones. So this is one of the ones I punched. So I'll just set that there. I'm going to pop up this one because I think it's going to look great. I probably should have put a little more adhesive on the edges of my words, but I sort of just didn't do that because I was talking to you on my video and sometimes I forget stuff. I was distracted. I'm trying to offer you the best possible entertaining video, but sometimes it comes at a cost. All right, so Syrup Boy has probably had at least one bath today already. Okay, so then I popped up that this is the star that came out of the center of this one, and then I will just use glue dots for the last two just to jazz things up. And of course I did commit a cardinal sin in stamping, which is I didn't stamp something right away, and I probably should have, because if you mess up, you can't exactly turn it over at this point because I've adhered everything on. But I'm going to stamp that happy birthday, or that birthday for the happy to go with the happy, right? Okay, yeah. So I'm using Archival Black, and my birthday is from Crazy About You, this set here, which is so great because it's got the gazillion words, and that is in a bundle with the framelit that Happy is from. So hopefully we'll just do a little stamp of faith. My butt is out, my head is in the way, but my birthday is going to be straight, darn it, except it's crooked. Okay, so I'll turn my card like this and then it's totally straight. That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to turn your card. Okay, anyway, then I'm going to take this entire layer and I'm going to pop it up on my Tangerine Tango card because I think everything is better popped up, right? And it just is cute. Because this is a nice big card, I'm going to stick one in the middle too. I do love the look of popping up your layer on your card though, because I think it just makes it classy and fancy and impressive, like you are just full of mad stamping skills to make this card, which of course you are because you learned it from the best. Okay, sorry. I got to come down off my cloud because yesterday I was on a blog hop where everybody cased my cards and that was pretty cool, I got to tell you. So anyway, I don't know what this little goober is. I think it's dust, but anyway, look how adorable this is. It turned out great. I hope you like this card and are willing to send it to somebody even though birthday is stamped on there straight, and despite the fact that my head is, and my head was down, my butt was out, it's still crooked, but oh well. I just love this card though, and I hope you enjoyed it too. This is something I think any number of colors would look fantastic. And don't you think if you did red and blue, and like red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, that would be a cool 4th of July card. Just saying, just thinking out loud here. But anyway, any number of color combinations would be great. Now, if you would like to get some of the products that I used on this project, please go to my blog. The description in the video is going to have the link to my blog. And when you order through the Creativity Cave, I have a fabulous VIP rewards program. It really helps me bring amazing videos to you every week, and I love doing that. I love my job, and I love to show you how to stamp. Thank you so much for your support, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye!